Oh, get me the flyer over there. The big one.
This one? Wait.
The big one, yeah, like that, but the big one. Not that one, the big one.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, does it say we're live? Are we going?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? We don't have... Okay, maybe now. Alright, gotta love the flippin' delay with YouTube. Okay. So I believe we are live now. Alright, we got this stuff to unbox, and then we're going to get into the CGC submission. And right here is the dreaded short box that you never want to see if you're sending in CGC Prescreen 9/8. And we got one, so don't know what we're going to find in there. Obviously, there's lots of rejects. I don't know why. You know, I sent books that were all clean, and I don't know if they damaged them or what's going on. Anyway, so we got a couple things we need to unbox first, just because I got to get stuff out of the way. Oh, before I forget, I'd like to remind you guys about Exchange Collectibles, my sponsor. Go check them out. They've got some books that are releasing this Comic Book Wednesday, and some of the stuff is already heating up on eBay, so go check it out. All right, here we've got, you know, some books that I've just been doing real good with, so, you know, I'm going to keep grabbing them when I can get them cheap. It is what it is, I guess. You know, if I see an opportunity, I'm going to try and take it. Alright, so here we have 2 copies of Ultimate Fallout 4. So, you know, I've just been doing so good with these things, I figure why stop, right? So, if I can get them for a decent price. Oh man, the sea of tape. My gosh, I got so much blue tape here. It's insane. Alright, at least it's blue tape though, so it comes off a lot easier than the packing tape. I don't know. Hopefully people will start to put tape pulls like I keep asking for. You know, I've had a couple so far, so... Oh, man. Come on. One more. Bill, nice to see you, brother. Still got to watch Game of Thrones after this. Oh, what did he do to me? Oh, hell no. That's a... oh, did I get one of... Oh, okay. All right. He just threw in... All right, got scared there, man. I saw the second print. I'm like, what the hell just happened to me here? Maybe he just threw that one in. All right, so this one's polybag still. Yeah. So, we're not going to spend a whole bunch of time looking at those. I know my guy can work wonders with them, so... We'll just keep subbing him and see what happens. Come on, man. I don't know if this second print will ever really become anything or not. Who knows? I mean, the in 9/8s, they go for a little bit of money. But, you know, it's not like a super scarce book. So I don't know if the second prints will ever really become too much of anything. Okay. So here we have Faithless. So the I've got some of the Adolfo variants, and I've got some of the bagged. You know, it's a little bit more than risque. You know, it's like a bagged NC-17 variant at this point. So, those ones are here. Wow, it's kind of unusual. They didn't even Didn't even put them in like a. Usually they'll put them in another bag, but anyway, so they're all kind of loose in there, which is nuts. But anyway, so there we go. Now I've seen some of these on eBay or whatnot that were in black bags. So I don't know if they had them in black bags and white bags, or if people were just using some stock image. But anyway, I've got 30 of those. And I basically need to get these Adolfos opened up because I pre-sold a few of them, so I got to go through them, inspect them for damages, and ship out the ones that people are waiting on. Because I really don't like to keep people waiting on pre-orders. Because people don't like to wait for stuff, man. They want their comics and they want them now. All right. So these ones, I think it's just a good spec, man. Was able to get them all for cover price, pretty much, right? Or did I get a discount? 30 of them. Oh, yeah, well, I just used one of their standard discount codes. So, saved, 15% or something? Anyway, so 15% off cover price. You can't really, ask for much more than that when the book was already kind of heating up a little bit, It wasn't like on fire, or, but can't complain. All right, so there's that one. And then here is the Adolfo variant. And this one, they only made 500 of. So, we could see this one kind of heating up too. There's quite a few variants for this, but Mirka Adolfo is doing some stuff, and she's doing Unnatural, and she's done some stuff for DC and whatnot. So she's starting to develop a little bit of a following. All right. And I believe these ones had to come from 789, which is in the UK. So, yeah, all this stuff basically coming from the UK. And they typically ship pretty decent, so they threw me some Grim Knight #1s. Yeah, actually, that's a pretty cool book. Can't complain about that, right? Everyone likes a little freebie. And they even threw the minimal trade. So, yeah. Who doesn't like to get a couple free books? So that's always cool. All right. So, ended up scooping 30 of these as well. Just because, Brian or Zarlo, or however you pronounce his name, coming fresh off of Batman Damned and just really, doing such a great job with that. I figured with this book, he's probably going to try and do something and make some waves, and he kind of did. I mean, it's a, it's got some people talking in the community, that's for sure about it. Okay, so there's the Mirka Adolfo variant. Pretty cool. Not as risque as some of the other ones, but still, I think a fairly interesting cover, and it seems to be doing pretty well. And they only made 500 of them. So, that's kind of what I gravitate towards, guys. If I can get a limited variant where it's actually limited and people aren't lying about print runs and so on and so forth, then I'll try and grab that type of stuff when I can. Alright, so just a whole bunch more of those Faithless. So we got 30 of each of those. And I pre-sold a few of these Adolfos. So we'll get those out. And these, the bagged ones, I'm just going to save these, man. When these things hit like maybe 20, 30 bucks, then maybe I'll sell off a few to kind of recoup the investment. Yeah, no, happy Easter again, everyone. It's like the days are running really long. Me and Bill were live earlier. If you didn't check that out on his channel, I encourage you to do so. It was a great discussion. So yeah, thanks for everyone that's hanging out here on Easter. Tony, nice to see you in the chat. Robert, who else we got here? So yeah, I was talking about sending Tony some monster books whenever I get them back. I mean, the thing is, when you're actually restoring books professionally, oh, dude, the wait is just forever. I mean, the guys had the books for going on like 2 years now, and I'll leave these here for you guys to look at. So I mean, it's just you almost have to forget you have the things. Even it takes so damn long to get some of this stuff back. But anyway, eventually someday I'll get those books back. And I'm going to send them over to Tony, let him grade those bad boys, and then we'll send them to CGC as a crossover and see what happens. That's going to be a really good, I think, test for Tony to see where he's at. All right, we're going to do the good one first, right? So this one will probably be a lot less interesting than the next box. So this is all just, typical pre-screen modern stuff. Stuff that's 9.8 or bust. Alright. Okay, so we got one reject in this one, I believe. One or two, so I can't complain about that. Let's see what we got here. This one, okay, so this one is one of the, man, even CGC going nuts with the packing tape on me here. Come on, guys. All right. So, this is a pretty tough book, being that it's an all-black cover. I'll take a better look at it, but they didn't damage it. I don't see any spine ticks or anything that are breaking color. Anyway, I'll take a look at it, and possibly, if I think it needs to be pressed and resubmitted, then we'll look at that, These Faithless pile over here. Okay. All right, so here we go. Yeah, this was not a resubmit. There's a couple in here that are resubmits. So this is the Punisher #2 Delato. Sweet cover. I really like these couple Delato covers that he has done for Punisher. I think, Delato, more times than not, does a really good job on his covers. So he did not disappoint with those. Another one. So we'll just go ahead and put this one over here, most likely. We'll have a few doubles of some of this stuff. There's another one. And there was a trade dress, too. I don't know how many I sent, but... Okay, so here's the trade. And these were pretty limited, too. I think they did like 800 of the trade dress and 400 or 500 of the virgins. So still a pretty, pretty low print run when you come to some of these exclusives. Okay, so here's another one of the trade dress. So I believe I sent 3 and 3. Yeah, so there's the third one. We know that everything else within this submission is going to be 9/8 because it was just the one raw. Okay, so here's our Stranger Things. This is the Paralo cover. I believe it was limited to 1,000. And I grabbed a few of these just because Stranger Things is such a freaking awesome show. I figured that there's going to be people that will be gravitate to that book there. There'll be people, I think, that aren't even comic book collectors that will see that and go like, man, I love that show. You know, I want to grab that just as you know, a cover buy or whatnot. So, I can't remember exactly how many I got. I thought I got maybe either 10 or 15 of each cover. And they really did not come in nice, man. So I only had a few 9/8 candidates of each one. So slightly disappointed with that because, you know, I'm a pretty big fan of Stranger Things as well. So I need at least one for myself. So there is the second one. Oh, this is a pretty cool, this is a scan cover. Yeah. So here's the Thanos Legacy #1 scan cover. Pretty sweet, just Thanos sitting there on his throne. And this one was another one that was limited to, this is the Virgin, so I think it was limited to 400 or 500, something like that. So not too many of those either. And there were some trade dresses. I can't remember if I sent some of the trade dresses in. I may or may not have. I don't remember at this point. So another one of the Thanos Legacies. Another one. Looks like they're kind of keeping this submission in order. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So here's the trade dress. I think this one was limited to 800. Yeah, it might be perfect timing for these Thanos Legacy books too, with the Avengers Endgame next week. It might be the perfect time to throw a couple of them on eBay. Okay, so this is Venom First Host #1. Was this the this is the Mayhew. So this is the Virgin, I believe, was limited to either 400 or 500, something like that, and the trade dress I think was 1,000 or 1,500 or somewhere around those numbers. So this is the first appearance of Telkar here, who is the first Venom symbiote. And right now that guy's kind of running around brain dead, I guess, and being controlled by the sleeper symbiote. But I would not be surprised if somehow he regains his consciousness or something. Who knows what's going to happen with any of these symbiotes and stuff. With Kate's, anything could happen. So I sent a few of these in. Oh no, let me throw one up here. We'll do this. You guys can look at that one. Kind of very Stephanie Hans type of cover as well. She does a lot of those covers where someone's kind of looking up. Okay, this is the trade dress. Alright, see what's going on in the chat. Gotham Guru, nice to see you in the chat. Thoro Kaboro, nice to see you. Okay, cool. Yeah, you were in with our live stream earlier. Fantastic. Who else we got? Okay, this is Venom #5. This was the trade dress. Who did this one? Scan cover again. This is the first cover appearance of Null, and it's only on this variant, and it predates his first appearance, I believe. No, 5. No, I'm sorry. It does not predate his first appearance, but it's his first cover appearance. And he looks pretty sick sitting there too. I'm sure that we're gonna have Null getting put back together as well. I've got a bunch of his first appearances, and I'm just holding them. I'm just waiting. I know Kate's is going to have some plans for him, so I'm not even looking to sell those right now. Okay, so there's another. What do we have? The trade dress there. Yeah. Okay, so another trade dress, and I believe I sent a couple of these in the Virgin as well. So kind of the same numbers. I think there was 800, 1,000, 1,500, something like that. Oh, okay, here's Ogre number 1, the regular cover. Okay. This is a resubmit. So this one, man, they freaking hammered me on another submission. So I picked out some of the stuff that I thought could get pressed and resubmitted it. There were some books that they legitimately damaged. Because they had like 3 or 4 spine ticks in them. When I sent them, they had none. So I don't really know. Some people were saying, "Hey, call them up and bitch. They'll give you credit." I don't know. Maybe I'll save it for when they screw up something really bad. I'll try and save whatever type of favors that I've got to ask from them or whatnot. All right, so here's Witchblade wraparound Virgin cover. This is Witchblade number 1 from like either the 2nd or 3rd series. Anyway, from December of 17. And I'm a pretty big Witchblade fan also, and this wraparound is just sick. I mean, it's a beautiful cover. So I had to grab a couple of these. Definitely going to have to keep one for the PC. I believe I sent a couple, so we'll maybe put one facing forward and the other one facing backwards. Oh, Bill, thank you, sir, for the super chat. I wish Google Google would just not put the freaking hands in the super chats, man. It's like they take 30% of that, and that's just complete freaking BS, dude. I mean, it's like they have to take our money that we try to tip each other just to give some support. It's ridiculous. All right, so here's Venom first, or Venom Inc. number 1, the Del Auto cover. That black cover, it's a pretty tough book to get in 9.8. You saw they rejected one of them, so we've got this one. Yeah, Del Auto really just does a fantastic job. He probably 95% of his covers are incredible, and every once in a while he'll do one that's kind of maybe not the best, but anyway, still pretty good anyway. All right, so here is one of the other Witchblades. We'll throw that one up backwards. I actually like the back of this cover more than the front. I mean, dude, the image on the back is just amazing. It's beautiful. All right, here's the foil Detective 880s. So I picked up a few of these, and they seem to grade pretty good. So far, they've all come back 9.8 for me, so that's great. Picked up like 2. I think 2. Sent them in. No, actually, I'm sorry. I picked up 4 of them. I sent 2 in. They both sold relatively quickly, so I decided to send the other 2 in. And they both came back 9.8s too, so 4 for 4 on these foils, 9.8s is not too shabby. And there's the other one. So I think they made like 1,000 of these. So, there's people that maybe don't want to shell out for an original one, and that becomes like another cheaper option for them. Here's another one of the Batman 50 Paralo covers. Those I did not have too much luck with those. They really kind of came in rough, and I don't know if I have any more that are going to grade 9.8. I swear CGC damaged a couple of them. But being that it's not like a really expensive book, I was like, well, I'd rather complain when when they really mess something up big time and I really need them to fix it, then maybe I'll save it for that. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't happen though. Alright, so we've got the dreaded short box up next. And we know it's going to be brutal because from the looks of it, it looks like I probably went about 50-50 on that batch. So that is not good. But there really isn't too much I can do about it other than possibly send some of the stuff back to get pressed, you know, and see if we can improve it. All right. So, oh, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Let me do this. That's supposed to go in its bag. All right, here we go. So what do we think, guys? Did CGC just ruin my books? You know? Did they ruin them? Am I going to have just some crumpled up shit in here? I don't know. All right, yeah, this is not good. All right, so here is the flipping pile of raw books. Let's just go through the 9/8. Okay, so here's some more magic orders. I sent a few of these in another submission. I sent some more in this one. And I'm kind of getting ready for Netflix to come on board with this show. It should be happening here pretty soon. Okay, so this is interesting. All right, so I sent 4 of these in on a pre-screen, and I had really no idea why they didn't, you know, send them through as 9/8. So I sent all 4 of them to my presser, had him press them and resubbed them. So we'll see what happens, but there's one that came back. And this is one of my favorite, like, kind of homage covers that they did for Venom #1. Pretty sick Mayhew cover. Here is the Virgin for Magic Order. And I really do think that, you know, these Kirkham Magic Order variants are the nicest looking ones, in my opinion. There are some other ones that are pretty cool too, but I just really love the way, you know, that he drew that character. I actually haven't even read it, so I don't know her name. Captain Marvel. Was this a resubmit? I can't remember. It's possible that may have been a resubmit too. I think that I had one make it as a 9/8 last time and one not come back as a 9/8. Okay, so here's our second Venom #1 Mayhew, so that's good. So we're up to 2 out of 4 so far. There's a third one, 3 out of 4. And 4 out of 4. So there, all 4 of them now came back 9/8 on the press and resubmit. Domino #1. I think this is all the last of my dominoes that I had. I sent all of them in now. They've been selling pretty decently. Anyway, so it's down to the very end of those. Alright, so here's some of the Vampirellas. And these, I believe, were region... No, I can't remember. Dang it, I should have taken some notes. But anyway, this is the Vampirella... They calling this one the blue, or this is the blue. I can't remember which is the rarer one, but one of these was limited to like 250, and another one was limited to like 150. I'd have to double check to remember which one is which. But anyway, some pretty sick Vampirella covers. And this one, here's the red. So this one's the blue and this one's the red. And I can't remember which one. If I'm guessing, I think that it was the blue that was limited to 150 and this one was limited to 250. Still, you know, Vampirella stuff does really well. A lot of her stuff heats up really fast. She's definitely got a big cult following. Alright, now this was a resubmit. These Dynamite covers, I've been having real difficult times getting these to be 9/8. I mean, I'm sending them in looking really clean. And I got some rejects. And I don't know if it's just because the paper quality of these things is a little bit down, and they tend to get... Oh, I'll throw this one. No, I'll leave those two up. We'll tend to get some waviness in it, and I don't know if they're you know, taken off for that. They shouldn't, but you kind of never know. All right, so there's been some action on the Rift, and Spielberg is going to be doing a show on one of the streaming devices. It might be Hulu or something, in the Hulu original stuff. So he's going to be doing some of these shows from the Rift. So this is kind of heated up. I sold my last 9/8, I think, for like $80 or something. And then all of a sudden it jumped all the way up to like 125 or 150 was like the more recent sales. So I sent a couple more in, and we'll see if we can, you know, get closer to that 125 or 150 or whatever they're going for now. And I still got plenty more raw of those to send in. So we'll send a few in here and there and see what happens. There's another one. And here's another Magic Order. This is the trade dress. Okay, so let's get into these raws and see what we're dealing with here. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, man, I just don't even know what to expect here. And I mentioned a couple times that I think that if our books are getting damaged at CGC, it's happening during the unpacking stage, man. Because I bet that those people are like the low guys on the totem poles, and CGC has already admitted that they you know, have quotas for people. So if my job is to unbox books and get submissions kind of into the rest of the system, and I'm slow, then I'm going to start rushing. Okay, so here's one of our Kirkman X23 variants, and this one looks okay. I don't know why. I have to take a much closer look at it, but it's not damaged, so that's good at least. You know, this one looks really clean too. This G.I. Joe Kale New first art. You know, without flipping it over, I don't know. Here's one of the other Vampirellas. This one looks okay too. You know, we were talking about inconsistencies in grading, and you know, rejecting stuff that's supposed to be a 9/8 is really just as bad as sending something through that isn't. This one looks alright. There's a couple more of these Vampirella. You know, I don't really see anything wrong with this one either. Without flipping them over, I mean, I don't see any spine stresses like I saw the last time around. That some of the books I sent, they clearly damaged. Here's another one of those Natalie Sanders. It's the Mayhew. So, man, they're just being really, really tough on these. Here's a couple more ogres that were limited to 100 copies. And I don't know why. Let me see here. It looks like there's a little scuff on the bottom of this one, but I don't remember seeing that. You know, I'll have to take them out and look at them closer, but I don't see any damage, so at least that's good. And the other two copies of these Vampirellas, one of each, look like that they didn't come back either, and still, I'm not seeing anything wrong with them. So I'm going to have to take a look at these and see, you know, if maybe a press will just kind of guarantee it to a 9.8, and I may send them back. But, you know, these two, if I only have two, then I'm going to keep them. But I should be able to hopefully get... I have a few more raw copies also. But hopefully we can go through these a little bit. And, you know, I don't know if the stuff will be worth resubmitting or not. But I'll go through it and take a real close look at it. Yeah, dude, I really do like these things, and they're not going to be easy to find because they did such a flippin' low print run on them. Yeah, Tony, I agree, dude. I mean, yeah, they only charge $5 for a reject, but it would be nice to have, you know, just very limited grader notes or something to say why it didn't go, you know, because they all look fine. I was scared that I was going to see like 5 spine ticks and just like someone crunched them all up or something, but that's not what I'm seeing. So, you know, and it seems like they're going really tough on these Dynamite books, and I really don't know why. You know, because this is Dynamite, and then the other Vampirellas, you know, as well. They're rejecting half of them. You know, in my book, they were all 9.8s. You know, when I sent them. So, I don't know. Something's going on there. But I don't know if anyone else has any questions. And, yeah, Joker is awesome, man. But that Witchblade, she is hot, too. I mean, that's like one of the original, you know, characters that kind of started that whole revolution of like the sexy hot chick kicking ass type thing. You know, Vampirella probably is the first one, you know, but more mainstream, Witchblade with Image and all that stuff, and then all the other things that followed after that. But, you know, that's all like when I was a kid, it's all that stuff was coming out, man, so it brings back memories. All right, guys, I don't want to keep everyone too late, you know, being this Easter Sunday. Thank everyone for coming to swing by and hang out with me for a little bit. And, yeah, so we'll go ahead and cut it short. And, you know, we'll be doing some stuff next week, too. I've got the Spider-Gwen haul is back, okay? And I don't know if I'm going to open it next Sunday, I think I'll open it. I just don't want to open too much stuff at one time. So we'll see how that does. And then I've got another big Valiant haul with some more original art in it. So that one maybe we'll do like 2 Sundays from now or whatnot. And then at some point, the AF-15 is going to come back. So then that's going to, like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep that box closed very long. So when that shows up, I'll probably go live that night, and then we'll open it and finish that series out, man. So that's probably within 2 weeks, I would think. Cool. Thank you, guys, and we will catch you later. And please like, share, comment, subscribe. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you're still subscribed, because I swear I'm seeing YouTube shut down my notifications on some of my subscriptions. I don't know why they do it, man, but it's pretty nuts. So thank